Book of Miracles. What's on Prime? It's on Amazon Prime, and I just find it so interesting how the black race is just so predominized and brainwashed, and it sucks so bad because imagine being of a certain race and conditioned to believe that slavery existed and slavery never existed. And I'm watching the show and I'm just like, yo, y'all really took black intelligence to create a nation, and now y'all mad because black intelligence is exceeding the nation. And the same things that societal standards, because they put it in the societal standards, obviously. Technology is like the easiest way to brainwash, and just, it's the easiest way to brainwash people is through technology. Okay? So technology is literally a gift and a curse at the same time, because it all depends on how you choose to use it. So I don't know who that's significant for, but it is significant. Like, you can't believe everything you was taught to believe anymore. You know, when I stopped believing everything, well, first of all, I never believed everything, because once I seen how the world was moving, I'm just like, nah, like, the system is just really created for us to fail, or to like, and if you don't get yourself out of that, you could be stuck in the same wheel, and you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. It's so literal. You cannot be mad at nobody but yourself in that bracket. So, divine beings, you know my motto, like, strip your minds of everything you were taught to believe. And, oh, that's what I was pointing out. Y'all remember when Columbus Day was like the biggest holiday and he discovered America? I think at one point they was telling us about the Native Americans and the Pilgrims or something. Like, I'm going back to, like, I was born in the 90s, so the textbooks during them times in America was completely, like, conditioned, literally. And they want you to go to school to study, to learn these things about their country, and then go work in their country the same way. If you are in America right now, divine beings, just know that, and you are of colored background, skin, and you've gone through all the societal standpoints, take a deep breath and just trust the divine. Like, the divine ain't failed you yet. You still living, eating, breathing, sleeping, like walking, talking. The divine has not failed you yet, divine beings. Alright? I want to start with some angel cards. Somebody's being too hard on themselves. Give yourself some grace is what I'm hearing. It is not easy transitioning into who you truly are. Who you truly are is, you know, sometimes your parents don't even know who you truly are, divine beings, because you don't even know who you can trust to be the true you. And honestly, it's like, oh my, that flew out. That came out early. I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna shuffle again. beat yourself up because of choices you made in the past. The choices you made in the past helped you become who you are right now. So if you didn't make those choices and tower moments didn't happen, you would never learn nothing. You would have never learned a thing. So chuck it up, and grill it up, and eat it. Because you accomplished something, you learned something about yourself, and now you know good and well you're not going to put yourself back down them same path of choices. Slow down. The angel said, I'm taking the time to simply be. The angels would like to introduce you to the art of being. There are many things we can rediscover by slowing down and not always rushing to get things done. Walk slowly. Pay attention to every step. Leave time for conversation. Eat slowly. Be deliberately aware of your actions. And Spirit's funny because you see how slow they made me read that card just now. That's funny because I had told you guys take a deep breath and exhale because there's no blueprint to this life. There's no rule book to this life, divine being. There is, okay? No rule book. There are laws. Hi. There are spiritual laws. Go ahead, Lord. Go ahead, God. Go ahead, Divine. Go ahead, Spirit. Use me as your vessel to bring awareness to consciousness on this earthly plane for these divine beings. Somebody needs to really, really accept crystallized healing. I suggest booking a chakra-based reading. Alchemical force. Heka. I'm gonna read Heka in a second. I wanted to say, before I sidetrack and forget, divine being. Yes, that's what it's called. A chakra clarity session. Hear me about that's what it's called. Like I forgot what I titled my readings. And it's so funny, one of my personal readings last week, it just winded me. It took me out, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to completely like block and cancel some readings because personal readings. And I was doing personal readings before I even came over here. Before I even came on YouTube, but I came on YouTube to do readings because I'm starting to realize, like, the more I wake people up to their consciousness, a lot of people aren't really comfortable, you know, accepting certain things. So I'm okay with giving you guys a platform where you could be blinded on. Like, I don't care if you don't like, subscribe, or whatever. You viewed it, you got your message. I am happy with that. I did my gracious job to the divine. My job is between the divine and God, and the Lord's and the higher power and the Creator. It is not for materialistic gain, I should say, or monetary gain. I feel like that's just a plus. Yeah, so that was important. Anyways, Alchemical Force came out, and I laughed because y'all got the slow down angel card, and ooh, so Heka is a concept of divinity and magic, quote unquote, as you know, humans like to say. But alchemical force, alchemy, look, whichever one I'm saying, it is alchemy, okay? And it's not just supernatural power, it is divine energy. And it brings out transformation, creation, and healing. And I just thought it was so funny that y'all got that just now, because earlier's reading was talking about divinity abusers, but now it's like okay, divine being, I love that. Thank you, Spirit. You're understanding the true definition of what divinity is. I'm talking to my Caribbeans right now. Okay, no problem. Come over. I love y'all. I love waking y'all up, because in the Caribbean background, a lot of people are trained and brainwashed to believe Obia is one thing. And I'm not gonna say and act like Obia don't exist, but how people terminalize things is not how I work. I believe in the power of words. Words alone is spell work. You could say something and it literally happens. Like when I was younger and I first discovered my gifts, I remember literally chilling on the stoop with guys, my homeboys, not just regular guys, but homeboys at the time, and I would say, I hope you trip. Oh my God, kid you not. Boy would get off the steps and he would trip walking down the block at least twice. I could never forget it. And it was so funny. It was so amusing. But at the time, I didn't realize who I was at the time because of how I was raised. That's a different conversation for another day. But Obia is not what is rooted to believe. And I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but no problem. If you guys start looking at divinity as like, okay, let's really think back in the days to the pyramids. Okay, we had different beings on earth building these things, right? And then it's said that the pyramids were built from top to bottom, right? Okay, so how are these forces able to do that? So it had to be some type of alchemical force, alchemy, divinity, magic. Are you guys putting two and two together here, divine beings? I know I'm talking about to my Caribbean divine beings today. I love this one tonight. I love this reading. I only pulled 2 cards, okay? I've only been channeling the whole time, okay? Channeling all the time. So, shift how you guys look at what magic is. I'm not going to say that Obia does not exist, because that is what divinity abusers do. Haha. I'm talking to somebody and they getting some knowledge right now. Spirit, use me as your vessel. Right? They abusing it. Yeah, they may be getting what they getting when they abusing it, but that don't got nothing to do with you, divine being. You a divine being. You're not supposed to be abusing anything because your magic comes from within. Oh. Divinity abusers are or can be individuals that are divinity abusers can be practitioners, yes, and practitioners who choose to abuse the gift that they were given and then they lose it. Oh my god, duh. It is a divine creation. This is not a man-made creation. Oh. It is not. Oh, Spirit. I love this energy you're channeling me with today. Alchemy is not a man-made creation. You cannot go. Let me not say that. But when someone becomes a practitioner and how they learn the capabilities of practicing, you cannot learn that from Google. I'm going to put that out there. You have to be careful with the practitioners that you want to work with. Because my personal belief, no one should be paying anybody on earth to practice anything. You learn how to practice for thyself if that is what the divine guides you to do. If you are not guided to practice, you stay in your lane. Some people are guided to work with healing herbs. Healing herbs is your lane. Everybody's different. Some people are guided to work with the physical energy balance. That could be a yoga teacher, a gym teacher, a fitness instructor. Knowledge is power, divine beings. So as you ascended into this new being that you are, embrace it. Don't hide behind it. You've been hiding behind it for so long. Aren't you tired of hiding? Get out of that cloak. Get out of your shell. The divine, it's giving you literally the okay card to get out of your shell. You've gotten so many confirmations. I'm pretty sure you're not only getting confirmations from my videos. You're getting confirmations from just walking on the streets. Look, rituals are real, divinity is real, alchemy is real. The spiritual plane is a real place. It's not just the regular mediocre people playing in it. There is government-based beings. There are big higher up names. There are literally lawyers, governments, businesses, different countries that play an alchemy force. Look at Hollywood. Hollywood is the biggest example of playing an alchemy force. I don't care what nobody gotta say. When I was younger, I swore up and down I wanted to be the female version of Diddy. And I wanted to be the female version of Diddy because he had a clothing line, he had cologne, he had liquor, he had a producing label. He was a successful entrepreneur in my eyes at that time. And then when Jay-Z came out with, I think it was the Blueprint 3, Venus versus Mars. Oh my God, that was my song. I think it was on the Blueprint. I can't remember what album. Somebody gonna comment and tell me the album. Thank you. But I believe it was Venus versus Mars, the Blueprint 3, Jay-Z. And I love the song. You could not tell me nothing. That's when I was listening to Max B. Oh God, those was the days. But you couldn't really tell me anything about that platform or thought spectrum that I had for myself, right? And then when Jay-Z came out with that song now, I love the song. I kid you not, I love the song like water. And then after I heard it, I'm like, this Hollywood shit is fake. I don't know what clicked to me at that time, but my spiritual plane was just like, I don't even fuck with that shit either. Like, just something popped off and I just did not run with it anymore. Like, I could not believe it. And I never was a fan of Beyonce. I never liked Beyonce. I love the songs and I appreciate the beats and certain things like, you know, modeling. We love a good Beyonce song. But I was never a diehard Beyonce fan. Like, I just didn't understand why people would want to kill themselves for these people. That was just my opinion. And now look how everything is revealing itself as the world shifts back to where it needs to be. Haha. 888. Abundance is knocking on somebody's door. It's like, hi, hello, let me in. You ain't trying to let it in because you want to be stubborn. You think that listening to the Delulu is going to stop you from getting the abundance. No, Divine Being. Abundance is knocking on your door, and it just shifted my whole brain. Hollywood is heavy on the spiritual platform, and the fact that people never want to believe it. Come on, wake up. And these are like, you can't drown yourself in things like the news. Wow, that's crazy. King of Pentacles. Yo! King of Pentacles. Wealth, leadership, stability, generosity, security. Be the leader to protect financially, emotionally. Just said 888 knocking on your door. And you got the Five of Wands. And with the Five of Wands here, honestly, divine beings, it's people that's not even people, just things, forces, anything, like anything. You could literally be having a great day and everything around you is falling apart, and it's not your fault. That's the wands that's attacking you. That's the bad mind. That's the negative words. Those are the things that's attacking you because it's falling apart in front of you. That's what you could call obia. When things are falling apart in front of you, that's obia, quote unquote. Okay? Thank you. Now, these people can't stop the Hierophant at the bottom. Okay, somebody reading books. And if you're not reading books, you should be reading books. The books help elevate your wisdom. Books help, intertwine your knowledge. Because remember, at the end of the day, our knowledge was lost. It was stolen, honestly. Strength card, bravery, inner strength, focus, courage, control. I think your inner strength is what's pushing you to discipline yourself in your spirituality, divine being. I feel like that is what you're holding on to here, because this alchemical yo, I know somebody gonna be laughing. Somebody's laughing at me for real, because I'm sorry, the English language is not for me. Like, I can't wait to go finish studying like African dialects and things like that. And Spanish is cool. I love Spanish. I had dipped into Vietnamese a little bit, and I don't like calling it Chinese because the Chinese language and the Vietnamese language is very fine line in America. But alchemical force is so potent. Somebody needs to go read the Emerald Tablets. There we go. Go read the Emerald Tablets. I have my personal copy. I think I'm reading the book for a second time now, actually. But nah, I lie. I'm reading the second half of the book. Yeah, I think I'm reading the second half of the book. Forgive me, y'all. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. I'm reading the second half of the book. But I read so many books at one time. It's really insane. Call me Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Somebody needs to read the Emerald Tablets and the Egyptian Book of the Dead. More so the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Free tip, the Egyptian Book of the Dead you can find, if you're in America, you can find it in stores like Five Below. Five Below has that. You could also find The Art of War. Oh my god, The Art of War. That needs to be 3. I gave you guys 4 gems today. Somebody needs to definitely look into some crystal healing and the Emerald Tablets, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and The Art of War. Great reads, okay? Especially heavy on the Egyptian Book of the Dead with this alchemical force here, because because my Caribbean percentage of divine beings here, the Egyptian Book of the Dead will help you understand what spirituality entitles and why, you know, the black race had to go through certain things that it went through and what really happens when people die. I think that's a great book to explain what happens when people die and why death is, I don't want to say socialized the way that it is now, but like, death is more expensive than life. And that's insane. The amount you gotta pay for a funeral, coffin, headstone, burial, then all that to drop that off, and how America set people up. They be setting them up to pay for life insurance the whole time that they alive, so that way when they die, it's money there. So it's like, okay, what are you paying for? I think it's so like crazy. What are you really paying for here? Let's make that make sense. Okay, thank you. Anyways, that's a great book to explain the process of certain things here, which brought me back to the show, the Book of Negroes, because, and maybe that's the book I need to look into to read too. Hey, add something to my show. But with the Book of Negroes, it was really showing how, like, the little girl had so many gifts. She could give birth to humanity. They don't understand, like, the colonizers didn't know how to do half the things the black people were able to have the intelligence to do. They didn't. But they abused their power. And on top of that, we had a lot of black people themselves selling black people just for like goats and food, like in like the smallest things, just because. And you know, you sold them, you brought them across the water. The one that was of use to you, you keep them, and the ones that are not of use, you threw over the ship into the water. And that's that. Rest in peace. Have a nice day. And at the same time, these colonizers ain't have no sense or no intelligence themselves. So Divine Being, you can't move quick right now. You gotta slow down like your angels is asking you to. Your angels want you to slow down, analyze, because the the alchemy that you consist of right now. That's funny because I'm the goddess of alchemy too. Oh Lord. Oh man. Slow down so you can see how your alchemy is forming. Okay, divine beings. Look at how your alchemy is playing out. Let me give you a goddess oracle. Somebody's having a baby. Now, let me stop. Now, somebody could be having a baby, but you could also be giving birth to a new idea, which is why we have heavy alchemy here. You could all, because, excuse me, the oracle card that I receive is Allah. And I'm going to read about Allah in a second. Now, Allah is also pregnant on this card. A beautiful, beautiful belly. Now, and she's covered in green. Now, normally you would immediately assume somebody's having a baby, but with the alchemy heavily in this reading, you could be giving birth to something new. You could be giving birth to an idea. You could be giving birth to a new business. You could be giving birth to a new clothing line. You could be giving birth to a new design. You could be giving birth to something fresh and new. Let me read her. The goddess of grief, temple lovers, ancient earth mother, Allah, is the foremost Igbo Alusi deity. Goddess Allah oversees motherhood, fertility, and the afterlife. Oh, spirit. And the afterlife. After death, humans return to the womb of Allah, replanted in the soul to reincarnate. Oh, I love my spirit team. I told y'all, go get the book of the day. I can't make up nothing. I channel what I channel, and then I give my confirmations for y'all. Get the book of the dead. Let me finish reading for y'all. Allah's guidance. Give spirit your grief. Bawl it out. Wail it out. Cry it out. Sob, shriek, shed tears, surrender it. You are holding unprocessed grief. You want to skip over it and get back to normal. But grief doesn't go away because you ignore it. The only way to healing is to walk through it. Losing a loved one is the ultimate heartbreak, but you also experience grief after breakups, job loss, and disappointments. Self-love and self-care are required. Ask for support. Be gentle with yourself. I am supported by my loved ones, those who are seen and those who are unseen. Divine beings, Spirit said, launch that new business. Spirit is saying, launch this new idea. Spirit is saying, go cry out the pain, because at the end of the day, what you're creating, you don't want no negativity or no haters around it. Your ancestors are supporting you. Your angels are supporting you. They're all here guiding you. Spirit, let me get a closing card. Let me close this reading out. This was a heavy, but I know. I can't say 2-2, but or 3-3-3. 3-3-3 is significant. Queen of Cups. Me, mama. We got a union here too. We got a union here. We got a union here. We got a union here. There's a union here. Y'all know I love unions. I love marriages. I love love. I love seeing love. But there's a union here. There's a union here. And I will say, he or she is emotionally balanced. And that is the best part, divine beings. And I will say, he or she has their own drive and finances. It is nothing like your past, divine beings. Confirmation. Alright, I'm gonna close it right here, y'all. You got this. You got this. You matter. You got this, and you matter. I got this, and I matter.